I'm usually not, so today is a day where I'm ahead of my other work, so I'm here off schedule. The former angel falls to one knee, but even now his movements are lifeless and apathetic. One who has no heart knows no pain. The end is near as expected. Give him his heart back. No more. I'll bring you back to life. I'm not really sure how good of a doctor I am. The heartbeat in your hand grows stronger as you bring the heart closer to his chest. A beat, another, and then miraculously it rushes toward the broken breastplate and takes its rightful place within the chest of the hand of the inheritor. What is this? Why does it hurt so much? Why? He sounds shocked. I know why. My own betrayal is tearing at my heart. Champion, my true friend, is it really you standing before me? Can it be that you have restored life to the one who doubted you in the darkest hour? Why? I deserve no forgiveness. Can we end the story with me being a lich with an angel, bro? You are forgiven. Let's forget all this. His voice trembles. You forgive me, even though I treated you harshly. I cannot forgive myself. I let a lord of the abyss turn me into a tool for evil, and I will not easily rid myself of this shame. I cannot return to my lady now. I must go into exile to purge my soul of sorrow, doubt, misery, and uncertainty. I have sunk too low. I am too lost. But thanks to you, I have a chance of finding the path of truth again someday. Farewell, champion. May the gods' grace shine upon you. Whoa, he just straight up, like, opens the door to heaven right here. Yeah, you know, I'll get my own ride home. It's fine. It's fine. He's gonna call me a taxi or something, but you know, whatever. No loot for Muck? It's fine. Okay. I guess we're done in here.
That is not far.
Alright. We have done a prison break straight out of the abyss. You missed the ad? Let's see. City in the Wasteland. Let's see what that is. A friend does not betray you and leave you when you need him. I'm honestly surprised that he... Wait, Demon's army approaching. Where? I'm honestly surprised that he wasn't like, you know, like, oh god, what's become of you? Ah, you know, something like that. There we go, got some more troops. Where is the demon army that it's trying to warn me about? I wish I could click like an indicator and just have the map swing over there. Not sure where it is. Wait, what is that? Why is there a flying cat? What is that? Is that Chip? Chip, get off the map. What are you doing? I don't know what that is. Do you want to enter this location? No, let's rest first. About saying it, why advanced as I became, I kill him again to satisfy myself. When your cat steps onto the map in pen and paper. Whoa, what's this? It is warm, sunny day in the wound, perhaps too warm and sunny. The Sarkorian wastelands are roasting in the heat of the purple shimmering sun. Even demonic plants are unable to survive here. They suffocate in the red dust of the plains. A hot wind sweeps across the wastelands, leaving the commander with a taste of ash and sulfur in his mouth. The commander can see for miles around in every direction. If there were any enemies nearby, they would not be able to sneak up on him unnoticed. However, it does not look like anyone has survived the excruciating heat in the wound. The only sign of life is the sound of insects buzzing nearby. Their chittering noises sound like harsh, rasping laughter. The heat causes the air to shimmer slightly, and through the haze, the commander notices the walls of a city rising up a short distance from the road. Is this a lost Sarkorian city, a demonic trap, or just a trick of the mind? The walls look real, but perhaps they are only a mirage. The commander realizes that it is impossible to tell from this distance, so he decides to explore the mysterious city. Yeah, it's generally just auto-sound. You tell me what to do. The companion stories are good. The walls are partially buried in red sand, and as the commander draws closer, he realizes that this is not a city. Oh, hold on a sec. Clydoff redeemed Dennis. That this is not a city, but the sun-bleached remains of a Sarkorian settlement. The buzzing grows louder, and the commander can see Vescivores perched on the stone slabs as they bask in the sun. The husks of the dead kin crunch beneath the commander's feet with every step. The commander notices rotten wooden pillars covered in faded Sarkorian runes. The tops of the pillars have been gnawed into sharp points, making them look like long wooden stakes. The highest of these pillars seems to be a signpost in the middle of what used to be a busy crossroads. The passage of time has worn away all but 3 words on the signpost. Square, marketplace, wait, what? Square, marketplace, and gem. The commander decides to, ... That was my, one of my alarms on my phone going off. My, in case, God help me, I overslept by 2 hours alarm. Let's see. Knowledge world, perception. Oh, I can do this. Search for the Vescivore Queen. Perception check. Oh, I have to choose who does it? Mukluk examines the houses closely. It looks like a battle took place here. The walls of the houses have been damaged or destroyed. All that is left are the roofs of a few wooden beams. When the commander turns his attention to the insects, he notices all the Vescivore seem to be flying in a single direction toward the city square. Try and identify the city using the knowledge of Sarkorian history. Success! That was like a 50-50. Got some purty lips. Mwah. Mukluk looks around and recognizes the surrounding streets. He has seen them depicted on ancient maps. The drawings on the walls depict horses and herds of sheep, offering further confirmation of the commander's theory. This is Demora, a city of herdsmen that was lost a long time ago. The commander recognizes the majestic temple of Gazra that towers over the other buildings. This temple used to be a local landmark and attracted countless pilgrims. The underground aqueducts built under the temple supplied the city with drinking water sourced from a lake that has long since dried up. The commander is sure that this is Demora, but its appearance here is inexplicable. The city of Demora was located far away on the western border of ancient Sarkoris. However, there are many strange phenomena and anomalies in the world wound. This must simply be one of them. Alright, so we saw that the Vescivore Queen was in the square. That's like the bug queen. Go to the square. The winding streets that leads to the square is lined with partially destroyed houses. Many of them have only 3 walls, and others are nothing more than piles of rubble. The commander notices more and more Vescivores flying around, and the air is filled with a strange acrid smell. The square is completely empty, but the doors of Gazra's temple swing open. A woman emerges through them and begins to limp toward the commander. She is stripped to the waist, and it looks as though insects are squirming beneath her skin. Livor mortis has discolored her withered, shriveled flesh, turning it a blotchy purple color. She opens her mouth to speak, but the words come out in a low buzz that is neither masculine nor feminine. Verbovizor welcomes you, esteemed guest. Please make yourself at home. The woman falls silent and then collapses to the ground. A small swarm of Vescivores flies out of her motionless corpse. The insects hover near the commander as if waiting for him to follow. The commander decides to... Yo, what the muck? There's bugs that are like puppeteering people? Burn the place to the ground. I'm curious. Yeah, I got no flesh for them to eat. Let's walk forward and see what they say. Follow the swarm. The swarm flies through the air, unhindered by the obstacles on the ground. The commander has to climb over debris and walk through the partially collapsed buildings to follow the buzzing insects. Finally, the swarm flies down into a blissfully cool dark hole beneath one of the walls. It does not look large enough for a person to fit through. The commander decides to... The Vescivores buzz impatiently as if urging the commander to follow them. The commander decides to... try to widen the hole. Mukluk makes the hole larger by knocking out a few loose stones from the surrounding masonry. The hole is now wide enough for him to fit through safely. The cool, damp air of the underground passage feels good against the commander's hot skin, bones, but the chittering of the Vescivores becomes more intense. The commander finds himself in a labyrinth of underground passages. These are obviously not natural caverns, although the stonework of the underground aqueduct, quite a rarity for Sarkoris, is almost completely hidden under a layer of swarming Vescivores. The walls, the ceiling, and the floor squirm and move like the bowels of a living creature. The insects block all the passages except for one, and this passage is growing smaller by the minute, prompting the commander to move faster. The passage ends abruptly, and the commander finds himself staring down into a huge well. The passage is dimly lit, but the bottom of the well is lost to impenetrable darkness. This could be the area beneath the water tower, but it is impossible to know for sure without a map of the city's underground passages. The well is filled with the sound of buzzing Vescivores, and the commander can smell their sweet scent wafting up from the darkness. I didn't know they had a sweet scent. The smell reminds him of the sweet caramels sold at Kennebrus City Festival. What? Memories of that day come flooding back. For a moment, the commander feels as though he is in the town square. As if to answer his thoughts, the giant figure of Descari rises up from the depths of the well. Suddenly, a crossbow bolt pierces the demon lord, and the figure dissipates into thousands of storming Vescivores. Both Descari and the bolt were formed out of insects. They're replaying the past? More scenes flash before the commander's eyes. Ash and smoke fills the sky during the battle for Vescivore, leaving a sour taste on the commander's tongue. Both familiar and unfamiliar people and places appear for a moment, then vanish. It is as if some unknown creature is trying to see into the commander's mind and access his memories. Yet the creature seems tentative and cautious, almost as if it is seeking the commander's permission. The commander decides it's time to... There's a swarm path. Alright, allow them to look for a minute. The commander allows the swarm to enter his mind and suddenly has a vision so real it's almost like a memory. The commander is standing in Dresden, or is it Kennebrus, or maybe even Nerosian? In the vision, he's watching the sunset over the city of Dresden, or Kennebrus, or Nerosian. A priest of some unknown deity approaches the commander. The priest, the commander isn't sure if he's a man or a woman, has no face. There is only a mouth where the face should be, and when the mouth speaks, its words sound like the buzzing of 1,000 insects. We are Verbovizor. Verbovizor has heard about the one who defeated the mighty demon lords. It harbors a special hatred toward Descari, and would like to know more about his weaknesses. It wishes to fight this demon lord and defeat him. The commander... Let's use bluff. Agree to tell Verbovizor about his encounters with Descari Baphomet and other servants, but keep some of the key details secret. Success. Day passes into night, and then night becomes day. Verbovizor thanks the commander politely for telling the truth and promises to help the commander in battle if he continues to be a good ally. Verbovizor assures the commander that it will remember his scent and come when needed. The commander chooses to accept the swarm's help. The swarm swells in size and gently lifts up the commander, carrying him from the depths of the well into the light. As soon as the commander touches the hard, parched earth, the swarm of insects recedes. As the commander passes by the residents of the city, they twitch and move like puppets on a string. He hears the crunch of bone and the squelch of internal organs as their bodies contort into strange and unnatural obesquies. It didn't tell me there was a whole ton of dead people, like, shambling around when I got here. I might have rethought my decision-making. I thought this was like an abandoned city with one dead lady. I wasn't aware there was like just a massive amount of peeps here. The commander has undoubtedly gained a reliable new ally in the World Wound. Oh god. Okay. Alright. What?
Yeah,
Hold on. Did you use my credit card? What's up, Spells? Alright, let's pop back to Dresden. And we're going to enter the city. We're going to need a rest, among other things. Think you would have seen them if you'd gone to the other areas first? Gotcha. My perception was too good for my own good. I saw bugs, I followed bugs. Master, after you crush the resistance of the Church of Pharasma, a growing number of people in your Demesne have become convinced that your power and immortality are not the product of will, but divine power. With each passing day, more adepts of necromancy worship you in the hope of gaining favor from above. It is not wise to leave such worship unchecked. We ask you to choose how best to order the society of followers. The most straightforward path would be a militant order of Grave Knights. The Mendevians would easily recognize and understand the purpose of a cult whose aim is to destroy the enemies of their deity. The alternative is to establish a magical and philosophical secret society similar to the Whispering Way. Under the guise of religion, it will be an organization of wizards and necromancers who seek the secrets of death and are united by their hunger for power and influence. The third option is a model suggested by the history of our Osirian. By accepting the title of Pharaoh, an undead deity, you would acquire an opulent court and can count on the blind and fanatical worship of the masses. Oh my god, what? Alright, let's look at what these do. If we establish a society of dark thinkers and magicians that are cults, the army will get a replenishment of liches after each victory. So every time I kill a bunch of enemies, I could reanimate some liches. One lich per 15,000 enemies. Oh my god. Grave Knights. Army will get Grave Knights after each victory. Pharaoh. Army will get Mummy Clerics after victories. Or don't get involved. Oh my god. Liches, Grave Knights, or Pharaoh? Pharaoh is Mummy Clerics. I don't know much about Mummy Clerics. Let's see, fourth. I mean, Liches will probably be able to cast things like Fireball and stuff like that. They would be big damage. Grave Knights would be tanks, but I've got thousands of zombies and skeletons already. Pharaoh. I like the sound of that. Let the cult worship me as their pharaoh. Your command is Lawmaster. The cult will be formed from candidates selected according to your command. We are leaving you now so that we may return when the time calls for new answers. Alright, Mummy Clerics and Pharaoh worship. Let's do it. Alright, so we're gonna rest just to recharge spells and such. And some of our teammates had near-death experiences, like Eve, when she got turned into an animal, and then we all beat the crap out of her and the boss. You're the new Joko? Palawa Ignatius Mukluk. I know you do not believe that a demon can change their nature, but aren't you different from your own kind, Hell Knight? I do not engage in rhetorical games. He who enters into an argument with a demon as an equal has already lost. Savage. Alright, is everybody that I'm actually actively using leveled up? Yes, they are. Okay. Alright, step outside. Now, when we were in that prison, we got a, what is it? Alderpash. We killed a lich named Alderpash in there, and I got his skull, and it said I could add it to my ziggurat and make him an undead advisor. So I wanna try that out. Oh, I can swing by the merchants on the way past too.
I'll go ahead.
Bulk selling. Oh, God. That's good for now. We got the crap items out. Make a Rune Lord to advisor, that sounds like trouble. Well, I mean, he's like... he'll be in a pillar. He can't move. Place Alder Pasha's skull inside the pillar. Popping its eyes out, the withered head opens its mouth as though it is about to scream, but it remains silent. The Pillar of Skulls, meanwhile, immediately launches into its report. We sense new knowledge. We absorb it, digest it. A new memory, personality, logic, new words. Cohesion has been achieved. We are ready to serve. Will I find Alder Pasha's knowledge useful? We believe so, Master. What once was a separate entity now thinks for your benefit as part of our mind made whole. Dude, this is like the Borg. Plenty of useful knowledge known as the Rune Lord's magic of sin has been discovered in his memory. The magic practitioners at your service will become acquainted with these ancient arts presently. Alderpash, are you there? The voice of the Pillar of Skulls resounds from all directions, and you detect a slight change in it. Alderpash's good-natured tone has clearly joined the chorus. We are one of many. We think in unison. We serve you, my dear master. Carry on. We thank you for the honor, our lord. Do you detect any new Grave Knights nearby? No worthy candidates. Alright. Sweet. Okay. Just saw a video about leaks. You're such a nice guy. Keep it up. You're really a dedicated content creator. Deserve more than you. Oh, thank you, Celtic. Very kind of you to say. Let's see. To the streets. Time to give your dragon the water dish. She's bone dry. Alright. I don't think there's anything else I need to do in the city, so let's step back outside. Noxie's picture looks like aggressive when it gets that large. Like, no! Oh, we saw the demon army there for a second. Dang it. Okay. Oh, alright, so it's coming from Iz. Alright, so what city is that? Camp on the ferry. Alright, where's my army? Surprise! This is a sequel to Pathfinder Kingdom. Completely separate story in the same world. There are a couple of characters that are in Kingmaker that are also in this story, but it's almost like Easter eggs. You absolutely do not have to play one to get the other. Easy. Liches, please. Probably not enough enemies to make any liches. Alright, let's see. How do I... That'll take a long time, but let's get started on it. Alright, let's check on the daily stuff here. Recruitment growth increased. The Two Blades. A renowned artisan who forges enchanted weapons has come to the commander bearing two gifts. One blade is old and rusty, the other radiates heavenly light and is incredibly sharp. The artisan is offering the commander the choice of whichever sword fits him. Show him Radiance, be like, yo dog, I got a better one. All units gain enchanted weapons for 60 days. Rusty Sword provides a Rusty Sword. Radiant Sword. Give both swords to Nenyo despite the artisan's protest. don't want to hurt his feelings. He's an artist. I get it. Didn't choose Path of the Angel. Show him to Nino. Did you know the rusty sword holds a divine blessing that the artisan has obviously been trying to surpass his whole life in vain? I wonder what happens if we melted both blades together to make a single one. Following Nino's advice, the commander's loyal craftsman reforged the two blades into one. The upset blacksmith left Dreven cursing that damned airhead. I can't decide. Melt them together. It's fine. It's fine. No big deal. Let's see. Undead. What is that? What was that? Undead aristocracy? Oh, you get sharpshooters. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright, everything here's good. Can't make up your mind? Just melt the swords together. What is this? Vescivore Swarm? How do I have an army of Vescivore Swarm? How did that happen? I don't know how that happened. Okay. Let's go back to here. From them agreeing to help you. But are they going to keep sending more? I wonder if they're going to keep sending more. See, that was so... Yeah, I never did Sozil's quest. We're on secrets. Trap for the other. Oh, I still need to go there. How do I get to this stuff? I think I just need to focus on clearing the road right now. Alright, where's my army at? So, skip day. Continue. Because right now there's so many of these like bastions and barricades and stuff that are in the way of my party. And I think I need to just focus on clearing the path. Alright, what's down here? Alright, we're gonna hit quick save here. And... where does this go? Okay, so that just loops around and reconnects. Alright. So whatever that northwest path was, it couldn't be taken by an army. It had to be taken by a smaller group. You befriended bugs? Yeah, we go way back. What does this button do that says null? Oh, I don't know what that does. Another little glitch for them to take care of. Having wiped out the cultists, the Crusaders discover many Blood Street golden idols. The soldiers fire up the camp forge and toss them into the flames. The heat of the forge melts the blasphemous statues down as the fighters cheer and whistle. How's this for an idea? Undead Escavors. They can't eat anything, but they don't need to. That's just showing off at that point. Speaking of Escavors. Undead bugs. That's a weird thought. Yo, undead, you usually think of like skeletons without the meat. But on bugs, the skeleton's on the outside, the meat's on the inside. So at a glance, you wouldn't even be able to tell they're undead. Oh! Oh wait, no, I didn't choose liches. I chose the mummy guys. I got a mummy cleric. One of the prisoners informs the soldier that the captured fortress was called the Castle of Desires. A cunning Glabrizu tempter turned all of the mortals that lived here into slaves in exchange for granting their deepest wishes. Of course, all his promises turned out to be lies and illusions. Dude, this freaking cleric has like more health than anybody else. 432 hit points. That's like 4 or 5 zombies?